Well, good morning, gang. Geezer here. I started out up there, made it down to here, and over to there. Now I'm fixing to turn and go downhill some more. Now I'm going to go down and look for that blowdown my son-in-law was telling me about. See if we can get around it. If we can get around it, and I may go down and check out my deer stand area. If we can't get around it, I'll have to come back up this way. It's pretty slippery. It's damp under these leaves, but we'll have to try it. And we got to go on down here. It's going to get a little tricky, but and go down there and go between them three trees and around to the right and down some more. I can see some junk in the way, so I have to go down there a ways and stop and see what we can do, clearing a path. So hang on. I'll see if I can drive down to there one-handed. Don't fail me now, brakes. Let's see if we can stop right here and move this stuff out of the way. I think the brakes are holding. See what we got going here. Got a little bit of stuff right here to clear, throw out of the way. Then we got to go between these two trees and a hard left. And then we go on down that way. There's a cross trail. Oh, I can see the blowdown he was talking about now. Oh, yeah. So that's a pretty good sized tree. There's a bunch of firewood there. We'll get down there and take a look at that. My neighbor and I in the past had talked about taking this little tree out and those two trees there, and I can drive straight down. So maybe we'll work on that this summer. See if we can make this better. But for now, we have to go with what we got. Be back. All right. I had my old GoPro version 1 strapped to the front of the mule this morning. So no way to hook a microphone to it, so I thought where I put a little of that recording in, I'll just do a voiceover on it. Here we're going down the first part of the hill, and up here we're going to make the left, and we'll have to go down some more, but I'm going to have to chop this up because it has a lot of stuff that don't matter. So we'll just have to see if it works out and what goes on here. So this will be an experiment for me too. So stand by. Okay, now we're going down the next little bit here and down to those three trees, and I can see some debris in the way, so we'll have to move that out of the way and then we'll go on from there. But then we'll go through the three trees and make a hard left and get down to the cross trail. Now we'll have to stop here and clean out this debris from the winter, and then we'll be good to go again. Stand by. All right, now we're getting ready to start the last little run down to the cross trail and up towards the big blowdown by Jimmy's deer stand. Here we go. So we got to go through these two trees slightly to the right and then to the left. And then when we get to the cross trail, we make another left. And then we'll be where we want to be. It's not a lot can go wrong from here to there, but you never know down here. Every time I think nothing can go wrong, something does go wrong. Especially when there's these bunch of leaves on the ground, you can't see what's laying there. But we made it. We're on the cross trail and we're coming up to the blowdown. So we'll park the old mule here and go have us a little look around and see what's what. All right, these are back. I made it down here, and let me tell you, this tree is pretty good size. There's a lot of stuff out there we won't use, old vines and things attached to it, but from here up to the giant root ball up there, there's a lot of good wood, and there's a big branch goes off to the other side over there we can use. The question comes, oh, there's another blowdown right over there we can use. Oh, must have been a strong wind went through here. All right, but the question becomes, how am I going to get this wood here up there? Looks like there's too many trees to just pull it up the hill. I'll have to go up and investigate that. We could try pulling it the way I just drove down, but that'd be tricky. But I got pulleys. We could rig something up and pull it up that way. Pull it up in sections. Right there's my son-in-law's deer stand. But and my deer blind is down there. I can't get there from here. Not today. I'll have to start working on this. Well, maybe I can get around over there. There's a little blowdown over there. Yeah, maybe I can drive around over that way. Let's take a look here and see if it looks like I can. All right, let me swing you around here and let you see how much wood looks like there's here. It's a lot. Guess you need to go up a little, huh? And up there's a giant root ball. I'll take all I can get to get it up there. So went right between some other good trees here. Didn't knock them down, so I guess that's a good thing. But right on the other side over there is another smaller one that blowed down. We'll see if we can get it out of here. But I think for this morning, go over here and look. I think we may be able to drive the mule around. Go down here a little ways somewhere and drive around here. You have to see. Yeah, I think if we come down in there, some of the little scrub trees would just run over them. They'll bend. They'll bend or break. Either way, we'll get through, I think. When we get to here, we can come around. We'll just have to find a way up. Once we get past here, there's some blowdown junk over here in the way. We just go on down a ways and find a way up. We just have to do it. Yeah. There's a big ramp patch over here. Let me go see if they're up yet. Ow. Sticker in my glove. Sticker out. All right. I'm going to put you guys on rest. I'll see if I can get around this baby. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just leave you run and you can observe a little bit here. I think I should come from your right to the left if I don't get stuck on something here. All right, here we go. Hope all this stuff's small enough to run over. So far, so good. Whoop, that bent the mirror. So we got to stump there, so we got to come here. All right, making progress here. Let me get up. All right, so far so good. Well, I'm thinking now, instead of trying to get back up to that cross trail, what I'm going to do is keep going down and look it down here a ways. Look it down there on that flattish thing and go down there and see if we can work our all the way down to the other end, down by my deer blind. Is it going to work? Don't know. We'll just have to see. Nothing else, maybe somewhere way down there we'll find a clearer spot for getting back up to the cross trail. You know how I work out here. We just try things until something works. Okay. Go see how far I can get here. I think we can come right down to here and there. Alright, made it to there. I'm going to put you on nap time while I can see how far down that way I can get. Well, I'll be back. Alrighty, here we go. See if we can make it down the last bit to where my ground blind was and the deer feeder and stuff. And if we can get that far, then we'll worry about getting back up. There's a trail there that we can go up, which is usually easier than the front trail, but this time of year they're both iffy because you got a lot of leaves piled up on wet ground, and the mule don't weigh that much. But luckily I put the winch on it this morning, so we got that if we need it. Yeah, so far so good. The undergrowth has not come up yet, so I can get through here. And but this old leaner tree here is starting to get hollow in the middle. I might try and get him down this summer. I can start to see where we want to go down there. You can see that little white bit there. That's the old drug runner's cabin. It's not much good for anything, and it is on my property. Property line's about 100 feet past that. But there is a wood stove in there I'd like to get out this year before the cabin completely collapses. It's starting to collapse. I want to save the metal, the tin, and stuff. And over there on the right, you might have just seen my ground blind sitting there. And then just to the right of the cabin there, you can see the deer feeder standing up against the tree. So we made it all the way down to where we want to go. So that's good. It's unusual. Things work out for me. But it's what keeps life interesting when things don't work out and you got to figure out how to get around them. So we'll pull up here and we'll face towards the trail that goes up. And so when we're done, we'll be facing the right direction. They can get on out of here. maybe. We'll get out, but can we get up? We'll see. There, it's a long ways up top up there. See it? Top's way up there. Alrighty, I made it down here. There's another trail right up in there that goes up. I'll try and go up that way. But I left a couple cameras down here. I'll take them up. This camera, something's got into it. So the battery pack's still in it. So we'll take it up there. So there's one here, one over there on that tree, and one there. Oh, that's three. We'll take them up and see what we got, if anything. And this summer we're going to have to replace my ground blind. It's seen better days. It's been down here, I think, 3 years now. So the one before it that sat in that spot, the branch fell down and went through the top. And so I put this one up. And, something done tore it up too. So I only buy them at the end of the season on clearance, so I get them pretty cheap. Okay, this is about halfway up the hill. I lost complete traction. Shifting to low wouldn't do it either, so I had to break out the winch cable, and I hooked to that little tree up there, and right next to that little tree is kind of a flat spot, so I'm hoping I can get up to there and then drive on up from there, so we'll see. But that's what I did. So we're just using the old winch. And luckily over winter I took that old steel cable off and put on one of them synthetic cables, and it's really nicer to work with, so it's easier on the hands, not all that flayed metal stuff poking you all the time. And there, I got traction right there. Now we'll stop on the ground, on the flat spot, and we'll go from there. Okay, that was an adventure and a half. It was way more effort than I wanted to expend this morning, but it's done now. We went down up by the camp, checked out the blowdowns, and come around and checked out, got the cameras and stuff from the deer stand area, and then spent an hour getting up this hill. Man. And surprisingly, my back don't bother me so much. So maybe it's just about to get healed up completely. I'm for that. So, you know what to do, right? Friday, 0600. Be there or be square. See ya.